on some buildings, where it says foot soldiers. So maybe that might be able to be helpful to give you some insight on it.
Yeah, because I haven't seen them. I mean, I've only seen the signs, but I haven't. I used to see them shoveling, and they do things like you subscribe, and they will come in every snowstorm, shovel or put your trash out into the curb and sweep up around your home. But, all right, thank you. And Dan, you know how to get in contact. Okay, all right, okay, good. Repurposing, ownership dues. So I want to say, talk about sort of proposed new, and some are not so new, but sort of tweaked block activities and things. And one of the first things that come to mind is one of the, we used to do a holiday potluck, but, and I know it's early to talk about it now, but I wanted to talk about it so that, because time flies, and so before we know it, it's going to be November. And so I'm not very comfortable doing potlucks in enclosed spaces like with lots of people. But if we have a committee, and if someone can host it, or is interested in hosting something for the block, so that we can get together, that would be great. Because it was a really nice way to get to know your neighbors and to communicate with them, and to have a discussion to see who lives where, and to, again, to get to know your neighbors, the block, to get to know the block. So I'll put a call out for someone or for people. So that'll be, I guess, another committee. And so I guess this year the theme for me this year is committee. Because I'm learning that I can't do everything. It's almost impossible. So I'll put out a call for that committee to put together something, and it might still be a potluck, or still be in someone's house. It's just it probably won't be mine, but that's okay. That's fine. And that leads me to the other way that I would like for us to become neighborly and so that we all know who each other is, and that would be. So we had someone who lived on the block. Jacob, and he used to put together during the summer these things called Third Thursdays, and then he moved away. And Third Thursdays, it was basically, he lived in 180, so he'd have the courtyard in 180, and it was open to anyone to come. And it was, bring your own snacks, bring your own drinks, but you would come, or you would go, or you meet other people from the apartment building, other people that lived on the block, or whatever. There was some discussion on revamping that. Jacob's not here, unfortunately, but someone wanted to revamp that, and I suggested that he be the lead on that, and have it tweaked a bit. And so the tweak would be, instead of meeting in a courtyard or in someone's house, other than the first time that we met, every other Thursday, or every consecutive other Thursday, it would be at one of the neighborhood businesses. So it might be at Chez Oscar on that third Thursday, early enough so that it didn't affect the evening crowd or the dinner crowd. It might be at Casablanca's not there anymore, but Residency, yes, somewhere, and not necessarily to sit and have dinner, because I know that could be very expensive, but just to come in and perhaps to have a drink, a Coca-Cola, or to have a drink, just to sit or stand and talk to your neighbors to see who they were. And the person that is spearheading that, and I did not volunteer him, is my husband Kent. So Ken is going to be putting together the third Thursdays, and he'll let you all know when the third Thursday will be, and more than likely it will be in our backyard, just to begin. The first one, yeah. And then it's you don't have to come to everyone. You can come to whichever one you want, and Kent will have sort of the schedule. He will do all of the outreach to let you know where that third Thursday is going to be, or that next third Thursday is going to be. So, yes.
So, this is a good idea. Like, would you all come to something if it was?
So cute. I
You know,
love that idea.
Jacob used to do this, like, I think it was like, 5:30 to 7.
I used to
You
go.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I
and
used to
it was
go.
mostly the building. It was nice,
That's cute.
and it was just once a month, just folks brought their own stuff, and, I don't know, it has to be third Thursday, but I don't know, would people come to something like that? We could, and I like Damon's idea, we could maybe do it at someone's house, but then also do it at, our secretary works at the Mac Shack, so they offered their space, I'm like, okay, right? So, like, maybe we move it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
Again, it's a good way of
Well, that's what they said. That's
making community, but then also supporting your community. Supporting the businesses.
Those are happy hours.
Yes. So
I mean, we had there were about maybe 15, 20 folks
Yeah.
that
It was a
would
nice
come.
group of people.
From the
They used to
building.
come from all over.
Yeah,
But
and
they
other
should,
blocks
they
would
should come from around the blocks.
Yeah.
They used to come and participate in that. And it was nice. It was a nice social. Something happened to me today. I was sitting, I happened to be coming back in. And I was just happened to be sitting on the stoop. And a man I hadn't seen in several years, he came by and said hello. And we had a conversation. What happens is that there's so many times that we're living and we don't get a chance to have conversations with people.
Yeah.
And so that's an opportunity. And you find out so much about one another at that particular time. Just a little social conversation, which was nice. It was
Yeah.
really nice. Because we're all moving in and out and that kind of thing, back and forth. Yeah.
So you're gonna reach
Yeah.
out to everyone and
Yeah.
see who's interested and see
Let's
if
try for June.
Thursday is, if it's the third Thursday, if Thursdays are good or what days are good. And again, I think it's a great way to
It is.
make community because we're all living on the same block in the same neighborhood, to know your neighbors so that you know who's living next to you or down the street from you. And additionally, it will be a great way to support our neighborhood businesses. We can't go and spend millions of dollars, but at least showing up to show that we support them and that they're here because we want them to stay. We want most of them to stay.
Like this Thursday night?
Thursday, like tomorrow?
No, I'm just saying, like, a Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, is
That's a
that,
nice ring to it.
yeah, third Thursday exactly. That'll work.
And I got permission to use the name Third Third. It's not trademarked, and so I told Jacob
Well,
yes
give
that
him
we
that.
were borrowing his Third Thursday, the moniker Third
And maybe he
Thursday.
can come?
Yes.
Is he still in the Brooklyn area?
No,
No.
he's
Boston.
yeah.
But he's been
But
in
he's-
school and he's been coming to stay with us for
Okay, even
He's like
better.
Yeah.
Oh, tell him.
Thursday to Monday. He's been staying with us. But he's done with school now, so we'll see if he comes.
Did we ever find or establish a relationship with anyone at 180?
No, and so I'm gonna I'll come back to that, but no, we haven't. So the
Yeah.
question was, have we established a relationship? With the new sort of programming and new activities, I'd like to also put into our psyche or just our thoughts that in addition to like the holiday potluck that's proposed, that if we could do something additionally, like last year or the year before, we did a holiday gift drive, and so I would like to put on our calendar like something like a holiday gift drive, and the beneficiary of our previous holiday gift drive was the little preschool around the corner on Chauncey Street, and they were very appreciative.
Community parents, a Head
Yes.
Start program.
Yeah, and so they were very appreciative of it. As well, there is, winters here in New York can be so bitter cold. And I used to work for an organization, and we ran and I'm sure you've seen the ads and the posters, the winter coat drive, and it's the freezing Statue of Liberty. And so I wanted to do like either something like the gift drive again, or something like the winter coat drive, where if you had a gently used winter coat, that we could donate it to someone who was in need, or donate it to an organization or to an agency that would then give it to some of the people that they service that were in need. So we don't have to decide now. I just wanted to put that out there. to then discuss later on, have you mull over now, and then we could discuss it at a later point in time. All right, flower barrels, this. And that is my address. Oh, no, it's not. I know you mentioned 180, if we knew somebody. So 180 has changed ownership. So it's no longer owned by Bushburg. It is now owned, it's a joint venture by the Carlisle Group and Z&G Property Group. Yes, there was a big sale. Someone had seen it on Street Easy. Someone had seen it on Street Easy, but it wasn't very clear if it was for sale. But it sold a couple of months ago for like $23 million. Now, I don't know, Bushburg also owned 94 Chauncey, so I'm not sure if that was on the, as part of the deal or if it's a separate deal or what's happening with 94 Chauncey. But at 180, it's new ownership. And so those are the people that I have reached out or tried to reach out to introduce ourselves, but I guess this is just the year of crickets. Because nothing.
Well, talking about that, they had a fire there. There was a fire.
Yes, I saw your
Sunday.
email. Okay. Where were we, Kent?
Sunday evening? Or
Sunday afternoon. Sunday. There was a fire there.
Oh, we weren't home yet. Okay.
And they had all the ladder companies were out there. At least 5 ladder companies were out there on David Street.
Okay.
And it was a kitchen fire. The kitchen fire. So when you talk about crickets, when I was out in the yard, and I went to ask the inspector, the supervising fire inspector that was there, and he advised me that it was a kitchen fire. But there's another person standing next to him said that there was you couldn't get in touch with these folks.
Yeah.
It seems though somebody from the building said, well, we can't reach them. It's some app or whatever the case may be. That you can't have that.
Yeah.
See, I have, and I guess maybe Sheldon will talk about it too. You see they put scaffolding up on the block.
Yeah, I was
Did they tell
gonna.
you about
Right. Yeah, well, what happens is, they didn't talk about the scaffolding, but what happens is, there was a piece of legislation that I had introduced, and it talked about adjacent homeowners. They gotta be notified where anytime there's gonna be some major work taking place next to your home.
Yeah.
And they must have insurance to be able to, if your home is damaged, they have to be able to take care of the damage in your home. So, because this came as a result of that situation on McDonough Street back some years ago, where the home was damaged, and therefore they wanted to take down the building, on this landmark building, on that landmark
Back to
block,
the other business.
So that's what happened. So I introduced that as a result of that situation. So we need to be able to have contact with somebody.
Yeah, we do.
You gotta have some kind of human contact.
Did Mark?
Well, maybe you might know, so I'm at 162.
I'm sorry?
I'm at 162, and next to our house, there's a scaffolding put up, and,
Oh, it's over a year.
You didn't get a notice?
well, because it was put up because that house is falling apart.
But did the
front of the
homeowner
house is falling
notify?
down.
No, the city just sent, what happened was we called because the stucco was falling onto our stoop. And we called 311.
Yeah.
They immediately sent the fire department, who was there in, I don't know, 5 minutes. And they looked at it and said, we're afraid.
Yeah.
And called the buildings department. The buildings department had an inspector parked outside overnight, and then by the following weekend, the thing went up. The city,
Is that the Drayton house?
I don't know
Is
who's.
that the Drayton's? Is that Drayton house?
Yeah, I believe.
Anthony
so.
Drayton?
The man.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the Drayton house.
Yes, I believe so.
Because I
But
thought,
he doesn't live there.
no, he doesn't. I was thinking that from what I understood, it seemed, I thought some of the family members were going to be living in that house. That's what I understood at some point.
So you have no contact with
Nobody's,
the owner?
I haven't.
Daphne has contact with,
Okay.
with the gentleman. I was told it was a brother and a sister who owned the house.
Yeah, that would be the
after-
Draytons,
The
Lorraine and
Draytons.
Tony Drayton.
Right, and that he lives in Vermont, and she lives someplace else.
She lives down south.
Right, and Daphne has his number and occasionally calls him up and says, you gotta take care of this. but
I think
the
in
problem
3 years
is that
I've seen it
it is
twice.
damaging my
Yeah.
house and I don't have any, like.
But did,
recourse.
it is damaging your house? Did you,
And he's not fixing.
so
it.
when they put the scaffolding up, did they, when
That
they,
was they put the scaffolding up to protect the sidewalk and to protect
Ex-
my street.
And that was
Right.
based on your phone call.
It was based
on
Right,
your-
right.
yeah.
did you receive anything from the buildings department? Have you received any kind?
Only that he was ordered to come to the hearing and he didn't come.
Did it indicate what kind of work is being done, if any?
There's
No
no
work
work,
is being
there's no
done.
work being done.
There's no work
This is
being done. It was put up to
safety.
protect
Just to
the
protect.
Right,
sidewalk
protect,
and-
just
Oh.
protect.
Yeah, because things were falling. The
Yeah, I